Coming up on Vegas Nation Blitz, no good in Englewood.
Super frustrating. I've never turned the ball over like this in my life. It's very frustrating.
The Raiders struggled to protect the football on Sunday's loss to the Rams.
We've had 10 in the last 3 weeks, 7 interceptions and 3 fumbles, right? We talk about ball security, we do them in every drill to start practice. And then obviously at the quarterback play, we got to make the better decisions.
Picking up the pieces and moving on to Week 8, Vegas Nation Blitz starts right now.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.
Like we do every day, right? Everybody's in this building. Most of the coaches in this building at 5 and 6 o'clock this morning, like we do every Monday. And we're not in here picking our fingers and just hanging out, right? We're sitting out trying to figure a way to grind it out to the best of our ability with what we have. And our players are doing the exact same thing. So, yeah, you hear it, and I ain't gonna lie, I address it if I hear it. But it's BS, and that's cool. But like I said, until we go out there and we prove it on the grass, people can keep talking about it. So that's what I told our coaches this morning, and when I get with the team, I'll tell them the same.
Antonio Pierce addressing the idea of tanking after the Raiders lose another game this past Sunday, falling to 2-5 on the season. Hello and welcome back to Vegas Nation Blitz. I'm your host, Dominic Lavoie. Now, we know what happened Sunday at SoFi Stadium, but now we can unpack a bit of the aftermath. A big-time loss for the Raiders under center was Aidan O'Connell as he was sidelined after fracturing his thumb in the first quarter of Sunday's game against the Rams. Now, AOC finished the day with just 52 passing yards. That fractured thumb expected to keep him off the field for 4 to 6 weeks, piling onto the list of injuries for the Silver and Black. And after the game, the second-year signal caller out of Purdue shared his view on the play that forced him to the sideline.
It was a second down play and just throwing the ball, and I think I hit someone's hand, hit my thumb, and it went numb. It's hurting. I tried to give that third down play a shot, and I threw it, and it didn't feel great. So I tried to tough it out, but yeah, it was just not feeling great. Super unfortunate. Was really looking forward to today and this opportunity, and so for it to be cut short like that was definitely hard.
Now moving on to Vincent Bonsignore with our top stories. Vinny, what do you got for us this week?
Well, feels like we're being redundant here, and as Antonio Pierce himself said after the game, kind of a broken record, but turnovers and penalties, turnovers, penalties. 4 more turnovers by quarterback Gardner Minshew. That's what got him benched to begin with. They bring in Aidan O'Connell. He gets hurt in the first quarter against the Rams, and Gardner has to take over. 3 interceptions, a fumble that gets returned for a touchdown. Raiders aren't good enough to overcome that. And then you throw in the fact that you have 10 penalties. Twice they got derailed at the 7-yard line, or excuse me, the 4-yard line and the 9-yard line by penalties. They can't have that. They're not good enough to overcome that either. So a lethal combination of the turnovers and of the penalties. And then they lose Aidan O'Connell, of course, as their quarterback. He's going to be out for a little while. They bring Gardner Minshew back in. He'll get a chance to reclaim his starting job, but Desmond Ridder is being brought in off the Cardinals practice squad. Remember, a 3rd-round pick a couple of years ago by the Atlanta Falcons. Has 14 games under his belt as a starter in the NFL. Could he be a guy that at some point this year the Raiders turn to? We'll have to wait and see.
Thanks, Vinny. Now we got to step away really quick, but when we return, Heidi Fang's got another installment of Behind the Scenes for you as she speaks to one of the statistically best corners in the game, Jakorian Bennett. And we'll bring in Adam Hill for his fast takes on week number 7. Stick around. Vegas Nation Blitz is going to be right back.
D&R House of Diamonds is Las Vegas's elite private office jeweler. We specialize in natural and lab-grown loose diamonds, engagement rings, and custom design. If you're looking for lab-grown diamonds, we have one of the largest selections at the best prices in Las Vegas. We make luxury affordable every day.
Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for sticking around. Now it's that time of the week again as we go behind the scenes with Heidi Fang and Jakorian Bennett. Heidi, take it away.
Thanks, Dom. Before the season started, there were question marks as to whether or not Jakorian Bennett would be a starting cornerback for the Raiders. Now, as he heads into his 2nd year, he's got a chip on his shoulder, and he speaks about that and how his growth and development has been with the team since being drafted in 2023.
Raider Nation, I just feel like people try to write me off. What Geno Smith said, people try to write him off, but he ain't right back. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna write back. I'm gonna keep being me. Keep staying hungry and just, you know what I'm saying, keep being a dog. Only started 1 year in high school, going JUCO, playing at Maryland, you know what I'm saying? So I low-key always kind of been counted out, but I know the type of player I am. I know the type of player I can be and I will be. So I just keep doing what I got to do, stay focused, stay humble, then everything I want will come to me.
Now back to you, Dom.
Thank you, Heidi. Now it's time to bring in Adam Hill for his Fast Takes on week number 7. Adam, take us on home.
What has been assumed for some time, even all the way back to the offseason, is now known for sure. The Raiders just are not a very good football team. We've seen that now. We've seen example after example. The injuries are mounting as well. There's just no real reason to believe that this is a team that can make a push for a playoffs, even if other teams falter around them, which, by the way, they have. Even if other teams lose star players, which, by the way, they have. There's really not a route. The Raiders have 2 games left to the bye. It's against the Chiefs and at the Bengals. They're going to be more than a touchdown underdog in both those games. They're most likely going to be 2-7 going into the bye. And at that point, you can start thinking about next season. But why wait? The Raiders should be doing that already. Look, you don't actively lose games to tank. That's not how this works. But you put the team in a bad position to try to win games. You make it tough for the players. That's where the Raiders should be right now. The fans should be focused on next year. The players, of course, are going to play hard. They should. The coaches are going to coach hard. They should. They're performing for their jobs. But otherwise, the organization should be thinking about the future just like you fans should be. That's where this team is right now.
Thank you, Adam, and hey, thank you all for tuning in to Vegas Nation Blitz. We appreciate you watching. Now, if you can't get enough Raiders news or if you just want to stay up to date, make sure to follow us on social media at Vegas Nation or on the web at vegasnation.com. Now, that'll do it for this episode. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.